This weekend sees Tottenham take on league leaders Chelsea. It will be the first time that Spurs manager Andre Villas-Boas has come face to face with the Blues since he was sacked by them last March. Goal.com correspondent Wayne Vesey looks at AVB's impact since joining Spurs and what lessons he's learnt from his time at Chelsea.
Villas-Boas' time at Chelsea was, for the most part, a disaster. In terms of the results, they were fifth in the table when he left, and they had 1 foot out of the Champions League. And of course, Roberto Di Matteo turned that around straight away and went on to win the FA Cup and the Champions League. So it can only be looked back. It didn't work out at all. However, there were quite a few caveats. I think he did try to change too much too soon. He tried to overhaul what was an ageing squad. I think the problem wasn't so much the results, although they were bad, but how he went about it. I think the Spurs fans are buying into AVB. I think also the fans are. It started very, very badly at home. They lost their first match against Newcastle, then they drew 2 home matches, and it was a very, very shaky start. He's turned that around now, and especially the victory at Manchester United. I was at that game, 3-2, great game. But the problem is for Tottenham has AVB changed his management style enough to be able to keep the senior players on board and prevent disgruntlement behind the scenes and communicate better with top players. The results have been very, very good in the last month. There's a playing style. He's well organised. He's tactically very good. He works very, very hard, and you can see he's building a good team. However, at the moment, he's played pretty much the same team every week. He's also picked that same team in the Europa League. So are you going to get players injured sort of in the winter months? There has to be evolution into the team he wants it to be. Brad Friedel's, had shown great consistency over the last 7 or 8 years, not missed a Premier League match until he was dropped a couple of weeks ago. The noises coming from Tottenham is that Friedel will start against Chelsea this weekend, so he'll be back in the team, even though Lloris has played the last 2 games and he's played 2 games for France, so he's got a bit of confidence from playing again. I think Villas-Boas has handled it very well publicly. Behind the scenes, we don't know. This is always his problem. Is Lloris getting upset? Is he being told, look, you're going to be the man, you will take over as number 1 sooner rather than later? He can't have been in a situation where he's got 2 unhappy keepers. I think the training is completely different to what it was under Harry Redknapp. It's much more structured, it's much more tactical, there's a lot more information from the players, and also I think there's longer sort of sessions, not only just on the pitch but also off the pitch in terms of talking about tactics and different match situations. So Tottenham players are getting used to a different way of operating. There is whispers, and I think there is a little bit of credence to them that some players don't like it, but tough. They have to adapt and get used to it. Very, very key for Tottenham is how these players are managed. If they're managed well, there's no reason why they can't fight for 4th this season.